So the story currently circulating online is centered on Jessica Mulroney, who was once widely known as Meghan Markle's close friend, and, well, a reported publishing offer that has now turned into major tabloid headlines. According to OK magazine, Jessica Mulroney was allegedly offered as much as $1 million to write a tell-all memoir, described in the report as something that could be, deeply uncomfortable. That specific phrase alone is what has made the headline explode, because it implies the book would contain private details that the public has never heard before. Jessica Mulroney was not just a casual acquaintance in Meghan's circle. For years, she was presented as one of Meghan's closest allies. She was seen at Meghan's wedding to Prince Harry, she was frequently mentioned in royal coverage, and her name became tied to Meghan's early public image during the period when Meghan was transitioning into royal life. The media often described her as a trusted friend, and honestly, many people believed she had an inside view into Meghan's private thoughts, struggles, and personal relationships. As time passed, however, the friendship between Meghan and Jessica became less visible. They stopped appearing together publicly, and speculation started to grow. Tabloids began running stories suggesting the friendship had cooled or ended. But despite years of rumors, neither Meghan nor Jessica has ever publicly given a clear statement outlining exactly what happened. The lack of public confirmation has only created more curiosity because, the media thrives on stories where the truth is unclear. The OK report claims that publishing companies and insiders believe Jessica Mulroney could cash in on her proximity to Meghan by releasing her version of events. The article suggests that there is strong interest in a book because it would allegedly offer a perspective that is different from Meghan's own narrative. It also suggests that the book would not be a flattering tribute, but something that would bring uncomfortable information into the spotlight. This is why the word tell-all is being used so aggressively in the headline. The reality is that tell-all memoirs have really become a major business in celebrity culture. Publishers often offer huge sums of money for books that promise secrets, betrayal, and, insider stories. And when the subject is someone as famous and controversial as Meghan, publishers know the public will be curious, whether they support her or dislike her. A memoir connected to her social circle would instantly become a talking point, even before it was released. And, honestly, that attention alone has financial value. Another reason this story is gaining traction is because, it plays into a familiar media narrative, the idea that Meghan's former friends are willing to speak out. Over the years, tabloids have repeatedly published stories about people from Meghan's past, from former co-workers to distant relatives, and even old acquaintances. Many of those stories have had a similar tone, suggesting that someone is ready to expose what Meghan is really like. The Jessica Mulroney headline fits perfectly into that pattern, which is why, it spreads quickly. Jessica Mulroney herself has been a controversial figure in the public eye for years. She gained attention not only because of her friendship with Meghan, but also because of her own public profile. She was known for fashion and social connections, and her name became part of celebrity coverage long before the alleged book deal rumors began. Her public image also took a hit in past controversies, and that history has made her a frequent topic in gossip spaces. So when her name is attached to a memoir offer, it naturally creates even more curiosity and debate. What makes this story particularly interesting is that it does not actually confirm that a memoir is being written. The report mainly says she was offered money. That's an important detail because, an offer does not mean an agreement was signed. It doesn't mean the book is in production. It doesn't mean any publisher has officially announced anything. In many cases, celebrities are offered deals all the time, and most of those projects never move forward. But tabloids often treat an offer as if it is the same thing as a confirmed book release. The headline also uses emotional language to increase impact. Words like deeply uncomfortable are designed to make readers assume that the content would involve shocking details. It encourages people to imagine betrayal, hidden secrets, or personal information that could damage reputations. This kind of language is very common in tabloid reporting because it creates suspense. It also invites people to speculate wildly, which keeps the story alive longer across social media and gossip platforms. If such a memoir were ever written, it could potentially cover many phases of Meghan's life, from her pre-royal years to her early days in the UK. It could include stories about private conversations, behind-the-scenes experiences, and the dynamics between Meghan and the people around her. It could also attempt to explain the breakdown of the friendship between Meghan and Jessica, which is something the public has never gotten a detailed explanation for. That mystery alone is enough to keep the story trending. Another major factor here is the market value of Meghan-related stories. Whether people like Meghan or not, she remains one of the most talked-about public figures connected to the royal family. That means any story involving her will automatically generate attention. Even stories that are based on rumor or vague sourcing can travel far, because the name Meghan Markle drives clicks, shares, and heated discussion. A memoir from a former friend would be treated as a major event, even before anyone confirmed its contents. The story also highlights how much demand still exists for royal-adjacent content. Even years after Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties, the public appetite for insider stories has not faded. Publishers know that anything tied to royal life is profitable, especially if it includes personal drama, tension, or conflict. The media knows this too, which is why they continuously revisit past friendships, relationships, and old connections, looking for the next potential headline. At the moment, the OK report remains just that, a report. There is no official confirmation from Jessica Mulroney that she is writing a memoir, and no confirmation from a publisher that a deal has been signed. But the rumor itself has already done what these headlines are designed to do: create buzz, fuel speculation, and keep people debating. In tabloid culture, the story doesn't have to be fully proven to succeed. It only needs to be believable enough to get people talking. In the end, what this story really shows is how celebrity publishing works. If a person has even a small connection to someone famous, that connection can be turned into potential profit. $1 million figure makes the story sound dramatic and serious, and it adds weight to the claim, even if it is not officially verified. Whether the memoir happens or not, the headline alone has already achieved its goal, making the public focus on Meghan's past relationships and question what might be revealed next.